Hello, HHFL. Welcome back to Hammer Talk. Today we have me, your back-to-back high-scoring champion, the commissioner, and then maybe we'll have him act like a guest today, Mr. Jesse Everett, the sad side of the Josh Jacobs story.
Beef Boss. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's just a ridiculous game to just get matched up against. Like, you go out there and you drop a big chunk of points. Not to mention hitting the New York Jets wide receiver on a stream.
Yeah.
Drop 156, 155, just to be shut down by some dude going for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, man, Mixon did it early in the year. I thought like that was one in happens every 5 or 6 years, and then we have 2 in the same year.
Yeah, I mean that's why I drafted him high dollar. $21 or whatever he was.
Hey, great game though. Honestly, that was like a really fun weekend of watching football because the afternoon session especially felt like I had a good lead, but I needed to be doing stuff to hold you off.
Yeah.
And it felt like you would have a drive and then I'd have a drive. And it's the most bought in I've been,
Yeah, it was a lot of back and forth. It was a good week. Josh Jacobs definitely built me out.
Yeah, it was a fun week. Had some good matchups last week.
I did like the matchups last week. I feel like we had a lot of at least scoring this week.
Yeah, a lot of decent scoring. Other than the one game, everyone did all right.
What happened, FA? I mean, I thought you had it in the bag.
I feel like my team's a 130 squad. I put up my 130. It's won me a lot of games because I don't score 100 very often. But that's just what I am. So, Flub's scary. Someone's got to beat him. But if we can beat him one time, I think we keep him out. So, I'm honestly more scared of Peru than Dean.
Yeah, I like the way that Peru's team's looking right now.
Peru's got a win on him, and he's just got a roster that can win it.
Yeah, it's if Evans turns it on, the rest of his roster is crazy. Minus Cousins, but if Evans really turns it on, he's been a little underperforming. I don't know that you can stop him. Maybe Siraj on a good week can stop him, but we didn't see a good week last week.
I mean, I would argue that pretty much almost every player he has starting would be a starter on another team. You know what I mean? He doesn't have like a guy that could possibly, you know what I mean? We have teams that are loaded at receiver, but like you could definitely get starts out of Evans, Metcalf, Hopkins. Like it's just he's super quality.
I don't know where I'll fit into the picture in the division, but the week 14 Flub versus Seaman game will be really fun. Yeah.
Are you playing Hunter that week?
I have Jen Gabe. I have Lang and Jen. I have the easiest schedule remaining. No offense to y'all too, but as far as rosters I want to play, those are definitely 2 of the rosters I'm not terrible, playing.
Yeah. I think the only other argument would be my finish with Nikki and Jordan, just based off of
yeah,
get the 9-11.
I hate playing Travi Patty, but
yeah, Travi Patty's fine, but then you got not a lot else to worry about. Tyreek maybe, but
Beef, are you giving up? Are you still believing over there?
I don't believe. Alfred and I talked about this. I don't think I'm making it. But God damn it, if I could be spoiler, it'll help it a little bit.
I mean, hypothetically,
you
2-0, Jacob goes 0-2, and you make up 60 points. But
yeah, I do 2 160 weeks, and I go 2-0, and I need a couple other things to happen, and I think I can get in, and that's about it. That's the best chance I got.
I think my squad's heating up. I don't think I lose this week.
Yeah, I don't think Alfred drops. I need Alfred to separate from the pack here. I need him to just go up and take that 1, 2, or 3.
I would like the 2. Prue took it this week very rudely. So hoping to get some points on him this week and maybe a win.
Bro, he don't go away. Just when you think he's lost a couple, he's right back behind you again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been the 2 seed and I've been barely hanging on for about 8 straight weeks, and he finally got
I looked at that and I was like, Henry's not at the top anymore. This is a
Yeah,
new
no.
league.
I've been the 2 seed forever.
Week 2. Yeah, good matchups last week. A lot of good ones.
That
People pulled
Peebo
out
Siraj,
yeah, Peebo Siraj was a crazy game.
That Jonathan Taylor fumble or the Matt Ryan little fumble, that was heartbreaking.
That's
a
such
lot
a
of
swing.
points. Left a lot of points on the board there for sure. Brew looked good. Yeah. Jordan, if I don't know, is Jamar Chase going to be good or is he just going to be a decoy this week? I guess I don't know how I feel about him.
I think for the next 2 weeks, T. Higgins will outscore him.
I mean,
Until he's
better
100%.
than the guys as a decoy than Jordan's throwing out there.
That's fair. It's fair. Just an offhanded touchdown would
Like
pretty
even
much put
as
him
a
above.
decoy, he's going to catch 6 for 60 and get 12 points, which is what Terry McLaurin's ceiling is. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
No, Terry McLaurin
I don't
gets
think
good
he's going to be
targets.
hitting deep balls like he was earlier.
he got
So
broke hit.
There was a point last week. I don't know if you guys saw this as well, but with ETN going down, and then there was one other player on Ian's team that just like basically shat the bed. Like they just went down and they did not look like they were going to get back up. And I was thinking, oh shit, Ian just got eliminated in a matter of 20 minutes. But if ETN gets back this week, that's a completely different story.
Yeah,
I just don't think that he has the roster to get through without him.
He's playing Jacob, who's been on fire, but I don't think Jacob's going to be going to that game feeling super confident just because of Ian's team has got some dogs.
Yeah, his team's pretty good.
Like Saquon is going to go off one more time, Just don't want it to be on you.
Isn't he playing Dean this week?
Oh, am I looking at the wrong week?
No, he's playing. He is playing Dean.
Flood. Yeah, next week he plays Jacob.
Man, that'd be crazy if Ian could beat Flub this week.
Oh, Ian, I love you.
That'd be
Please.
huge. Ian,
Please.
do it.
I mean, he's projected 139. That's a bunch of points.
Actually, I think I did the math. I think I need Dean to win this one because I have got the advantage of Ian on the points scored.
Yeah,
so I need Dean to separate.
You need Dean to not be like 7-7 because he's going to win all 7-7 tiebreakers.
I need 1 through 5 to win, and then I need 6 to lose every game.
That's a big ask.
I know.
Jesse, just score 200 2 weeks in a row and you're in.
It's easy. It's easy. Jared Goff's back in the line, man. I mean, how am I not? It's been.
I don't know. I think the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty tense. I don't think there's going to be some people that are absolutely really upset, and then some people that are elated at the last second. I think it's going to come down to the wire.
Hey, I'm just saying, Siraj has got he's got Prue this week, and he's the 6th seed. So if there's someone who's going to take Siraj down, and then
if Siraj loses, he's 6-7 with low points. He's not making the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. I think I've got
7-7 doesn't get in. I don't think with his points.
I mean, I think I've got the leg up on the whole Anderson division if we have the same record. Siraj may be on the points lightly right now, but there's resilience. Big fuss don't quit sometimes.
There's a chance, is what there is.
Well, Jesse, you just got to start with beating the AFH conglomerate.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm into this game. Nikki and I are usually pretty respectful. There's a little jibber jabbing every once in a while, but I'm into this one. I'm gonna talk a little bit of stuff here.
That's weird. I talked to him today. He told me you're a shit manager. That's crazy. That's what he told me.
I actually talked about Nikki today. And I said, hey, man, check out this roster. And he's like, what do you mean? Because the guy that's my fantasy confidant at work. And I said, what would your record be if you had Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, and Tyreek Hill on your roster all year? He goes, oh, easily 8 wins, 9-win season. I'm like, do you think you'd be 500? He goes, not a chance. And then I showed him Nikki's team. And he was like, that's impressive.
Who did he get when he traded away JT? Because that was his stupidest trade.
He got Debo and I don't really know who the other player. I think it was mainly Debo.
Imagine
It's Debo.
JT, Kelsey, Tyreek, and Mahomes in the same. That's crazy.
That's just ridiculous.
That's crazy.
We really need to
Yeah.
make an Excel sheet for next year to track trades, so whenever we talk about it, we can actually remember what happened.
Jesse, what are the odds you leave next year's draft with no quarterback?
Dude, I don't want a quarterback. I don't like quarterbacks. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're important.
You've been riding this trash can lineup at quarterback. You got good players everywhere, but have no quarterback every week.
Hey, fuck them, dude. Fuck a
Bro,
quarterback.
having a quarterback
there are
is
32 of them dudes in the league. I'll find one of them.
no,
I
bro.
always draft like I don't need a quarterback. I'm fine. Then like week 2, I'm like, oh my god, somebody please.
Just shout out to Lang this year for giving you Josh Allen.
Yeah, I gave him Justin Jefferson.
I love.
I wonder if in year
Will.
3 people are going to learn not to give Hefe Josh Allen because you gave him away last year.
We might
And-
figure it out one year.
I'm drafting him next year. I'm figuring this league out.
So I do have an Excel sheet going of the trades, and it's just going to be if that trade remained for the entire season, who won when it happened, and then who won if that trade were to go on for the rest of the year. And there's been some good ones. I think I have it updated through like week 5 or 6 right now, but it gets a little spicy here. There's so many trades it's gonna take me a minute to update it all. So
That-
see, man.
I'm glad you're doing that though, because like I like to go back and look at like what trades were just like complete crap for one person at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think I had one of those. Joe Mixon, I'm on Raw. That was a rough one. I don't know if it was the worst, but it was up there.
Amon Ross coming around.
He has a great end of season. Goff and Amon Ra, they're great. Baltimore's over their humps. Henry's got the Eagles, but then everyone else is pretty easy sailing through the
You
end.
talking
Yeah.
about the man's humps?
Yeah. All right, we talked about a lot of fantasy. We can do a little bit of this matchup stuff real quick. And then I want to hear real football talk. I want to hear what you guys think is going to actually happen in these playoffs, because I think there's some pretty bold takes that could go out right now that you might not be wrong about. But first, let's tie this up. We're looking at week 13. People that need a win. Pretty much anybody not in the top 4 need a win this week if they want to still feel confident. Right?
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, even the division leaders are barely hanging on. It's I don't know if anyone can really take it lightly. I feel like Peeball has probably locked up a bye 100%. And Lang is not getting out of last.
I think he's birth. He's got the playoffs. I don't think he has a bye yet.
Maybe. Who's catching him? And somebody would have to win 2.
There's
He'd
3
have to
teams.
lose 2.
There's 3 teams that could win 2, catch up to points, and then he would have to lose 1. Right?
Yeah, that's a lot of points to make up.
They had to make up points and make up a 2-game lead. And yeah, Jacob and Prue. Yeah, no way.
I think he's locked up a bye.
He's got 100 points on both of them.
Hey, just make sure your guys don't get sleepy on that bye. Happened to me last year, and they just didn't want to play the next week. So don't let it happen again.
Poor Jesse. That was sickening. I feel like we just lost him in the group chat for a while. He was just no longer a part of anything.
It hurt. I went to a different place. It's all right. It's good to see different people doing well. I mean, you look back and you see, let's say just the top 2 seeds out of every division. You've got Alfred and Nikki. Nikki was at the top of his division for most of last year. Alfred was at the bottom. Big year. P-Ball and Siraj. P-Ball didn't do much last year, right? He made playoffs, but he just lost.
Yeah, he was the 6th seed or 5 seed or something.
Yeah. So he's got a big year. Siraj didn't make it last year. Right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
me and Prue were right where we were.
Yeah, you two are still comfy.
We
So,
were,
there's been a little
2
bit
and
of a
3
mix-up.
last year.
A little bit of a mix-up here. And then Hunter, I mean, just ridiculous.
I don't know if we know which one was the fluke, but I think we know.
Yeah. We got one more year. I'll give him one more year before I hold anything personal against him.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. What happens when he just comes out and just goes a perfect 500 next year? He just goes 7-7.
For me, it's not about 500. It's about playoffs, no playoffs.
Okay.
That's
Is
like
that-
that's what I would
that's-
base a
that's
successful
top
year
top
on is
50% of the
playoffs.
league, bottom 50% of the league, and he is 1 for 2.
Yeah,
Confirmed.
it's fair.
Jake, would you take a 50% playoff rate for the rest of our fantasy career?
I make playoffs 50% of the time. No, I think I can do
Yeah,
that.
no. I think if you
I'd
look
take
at the people
75.
here, you look at the top 8 teams here. I think most of those people are 60 to 70% playoff managers.
Yeah, facts. I'm like, if I'm Jordan, I'm taking 50. I'm taking the 50. You know. Let's say, for instance, I'm Flub. I'm taking the 50. Yeah, it's just.
Hey, Flub's taking 30.
Yeah,
Flub-
it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what teams would have accepted that after the first 2 years. Once these rankings get settled out, we might have to turn back to that.
I would like to know just y'all's rankings of your top 3 teams that you do not want to win the championship, just from a sheer don't want to hear it for the next year. People's won 100%.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
me.
people, he just talks.
Yeah,
and he
people.
likes
Yeah.
He's done it
and he
well.
likes to.
Yeah, he's done it well. He really has. But he's played the villain all year. I think he's been cool with
yeah.
that. So he's
Yeah,
won.
yeah. I think for me, might not be everyone's 2, but I feel like the amount of success that Siraj has had and the amount of shit talk that he talks.
He was my number
not
2.
There's
Siraj
no.
is
Yeah.
2.
Okay. It's insane. The confidence he can be dead ass silent for 3 weeks, and then he'll have a big week, and it's just boom, 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 boom. He's just dropping
His
the whole
105 weeks, not a message, but the
thing.
minute
Silent.
JT scores,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, he's my number 2 as well.
That's funny.
Who's your 3, Jesse?
Honestly, I want to see Nikki win. I think Nikki's funny to watch. I think he's one of the more entertaining people in the group, and I think when he's doing well, everyone's kind of like, all right, fuck yeah, Nikki, I don't like it. This isn't like a manager choice. This isn't against
personal.
Okay, yeah. So here's a personal. This isn't like a man. Let's get personal. I love seeing Dean mad. Beating Dean, I already said it was my thing.
Okay, so we all have the top 3 is what I'm getting.
Yeah, that's my 3rd.
Yeah.
Mine is Dean.
Okay.
Dean's already got too much good stuff happening to him this year. You can't have a championship on top
catch
of
up
that.
rank this year, can he? Good Lord.
Must be this tall to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, where are we going to deviate then? Who's your 4?
So basically what I'm saying is
what's your 4? Yeah, let's go. Let's keep going.
So at this point, if we flip it, the people that it would be perfectly cool for me to win would be Prue 1. Prue would be real classy about it. Jacob would be real classy about it, especially since he got last year. That'd be
yeah. It's a
I would be a humble
It'd
champion.
be a good story.
Offseason. To be
A
fair,
redeeming
Alfred
arc.
called me. Alfred tried to call me 3 times after that Jacobs run, and I didn't answer the first because I was I don't want to fucking talk to him right now, right? And I answered the phone, and he goes, "Hey man, that was a good week." Shut the fuck up, Alfred.
Yeah,
fucking nice.
It's
dude.
amazing you answered.
Bro, I told you I was sorry, bro. I was that kind of sucks. I didn't deserve to win.
Dude, I had to get out of the house. I just had to get out. I just went on. I just started running into the dark. Just went on the sidewalk and started running.
Yeah, I was real happy over
Jake.
Jake.
He was sitting here. We were a little behind on Stream East or something, and he goes like a freaking little girl. He was like, "I win." And he's like, "I don't know what happened. Something just happened."
Yeah, we were watching it on Stream East, and it buffered because they switched it to CBS. And I was sitting there just watching the app, what's happening? And I was 3.5 points down, and then I thought it glitched because it jumped from 42 to 58, and I was like, huh? And then,
Yeah.
sure enough, I was like, he popped an 84-yard run. I don't think I've ever seen him run
Dude,
further
it's not
than
even
30.
like, where you get a goal line carry right at the end to win it.
No,
But, like, that's
no.
something you don't even see in regular football. Like, that's crazy.
Well, it was like they got
I didn't
that
think he was
next
fast
possession.
enough.
I didn't think he could break an 86.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
either.
didn't think he would be
80
able
or
to.
90 in the tank.
I think what happened is the Raiders realized the only person that was going to do anything was Josh Jacobs. And so they kept running him. And then it got to the point where the defense was like, man, fuck this guy.
Well,
I
they
can't
said
tackle him.
They said he was hurt. They said he didn't even play like the last 5 minutes of the game, and then they
I
brought
got
him
a
back for overtime. And he looked pretty fast to me.
Yeah. No, I got a notification.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's
super
He
questionable.
got out.
Yeah, him and McCaffrey are both questionable. They're both a little banged up, but they're supposed to both be okay by the end of the week.
Man, imagine both of them don't play though.
Hey, it's all good. I got B-Rob, bro. B-Rob's been heating up.
Yeah, he looked good on the bench last week.
He hit 26.
Dude, yeah. No,
Yeah, he's had
crazy.
two 20-plus performances in the last 3 weeks.
Whenever you picked him up, I had the waiver claim right after you. I was like, damn, because that was the week that I got the third seed for like.
Oh, when I picked him back up, yeah, I did drop him
Yeah.
for like a week or two, which is weird.
Yeah.
I held on to him when he was shot and then drop him.
Yeah. No, I think if someone wins, I've always been a fan of Ian. You know, I felt like his first year got off to a rough start with just how he drafted, a couple mistakes. He came back with a team this year, man. Like I love his team, and so I'd be okay with him winning.
Yeah,
feel like
Ian's like the wild card for some reason.
Yeah.
When I walk out of the draft, I'm like, so everyone did all right, but except Ian. That's usually my mindset. Like I kind of get that vibe. It's usually that, and then like Jed didn't spend $40 or something. Like it's usually those two
crazy.
things.
That's crazy.
But then somehow they're both like 500 both years, and they might squeak into playoffs. Remember last year when Ian beat Jed Gabe by like 0.1 points in the last week? Oh my god!
It was a carry by James Conner, I think.
Yeah.
Or it was a catch by James Conner that went like 9 yards or something.
Yeah, and it changed Nicky's game and that one, and it like completely. That was just
that was a crazy play. I was freaking out over that one. I mean, like, you know, I didn't really care. I didn't really look at the lineups or anything because it was already in. But I was watching the other games because I wanted to know what roster was making it or not, and I went kind of ballistic there for Ian. I was I'm kind of a fan. I'm a little cheerleader over here.
Yeah, I don't know. How would y'all feel about Jordan winning it? I like a good Cinderella story.
Yeah, I mean at this point,
I would love to see him do well. Like I never want to put the man down, but he makes it hard on himself sometimes.
I think he's getting 11th this year, and I'm pretty sure he got 10th last year. So not a great showing, but you know he plays a lot of fantasy, so it just takes one lucky draft, and you can win. Look at P-Ball. We think P-Ball is a fantasy whiz.
I don't know.
We'll see in year 3.
Podcasts.
Just 3 years of absolute dominance.
Driving to the draft, and he sent the picture of the podcast on the screen. That was the difference.
Yeah.
Are we gonna like every like 5 or 10 years we should do like awards for like those like that little time frame?
We should do every year, man. Are you kidding me? It's got to be like worst trade, best draft, like,
worst manager.
Yeah, worst.
Dude, this ain't gonna be long.
Manager, most points on the bench. Like, oh shit, dude. Like, we gotta.
It ain't gonna be long for like we have to take a whole like week just to get through this draft. Like,
get ready for it.
It's like day 1 we do awards. Day 2 we do
the champion ceremony.
Yeah.
Invite your family. Dinner. You know, we'll have a commemorative game.
Day 3 we have the golf round. Day 4 we have an activity, and then we draft.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. No, I think if this week goes well, I don't know. Looking back or looking forward for the end of the year for real football, like for the Cowboys, I think if we drop, I don't think that we're going to drop a game, and if we do, it'll be to the Eagles. But we're at home, right? Yeah. Are we winning out? Yeah. Like I feel like we're winning out at this point. We look crazy.
Well, the problem is I don't think we're going to catch the Eagles because they have an easy schedule too. I think their schedule is a little tougher than ours, but not a lot. And I just don't want to play Philly in the postseason in like a 10-degree game in Philly.
Yeah, I agree.
So if we win out, including a win. They have to win one more time for us to take it from them, right?
Yeah, they'd have to lose another game other than us.
Because we dropped the Green Bay game.
We're 2 games back. Yeah, I tiebreaker. I don't know. I feel like we'd have it because I know our division record. They're the only team we've lost to. But I don't know how that would work.
Checking it out. Give me a second. I mean, the NFC's got some teams this year.
Who's Philly play
AFC
this
has
year?
some crazy teams.
Dude, the
Derrick
NFC
Henry
East is the
was
best
solid.
division in football. Like, what the?
Yeah,
How?
that's crazy. Actually.
We've been like actually bad for so long. I feel like.
Dude, Philly's got Tennessee. I could see Derrick Henry winning that game for. Honestly, Tannehill didn't look bad last week either.
Yeah,
He
I
threw
don't
like
know that they
300 or
have.
something like that.
I think Philly counters Tennessee really well, and I think the same could be said for Tennessee's defense. I'm gonna take the under on this one. I don't think there's a lot of points that happen.
I don't either. I don't think Philly's defense is as good as people say. They've gotten exposed a couple times.
I really think the offense is just good at time of possession more so than anything. Because I feel like Philly's defense is never out there, so they're always fresh and.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, they have so much depth on the line. Like, I feel like every time I see a trade notification or a signing notification, it's some big ass D lineman going to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this. I want you to tell me when I tell you a tier 1 offense in this list.
Okay, yeah.
Green Bay, Indianapolis, Washington, Houston, Pittsburgh, Arizona, Jacksonville.
Arguable with Hopkins or not?
Not sure.
With Hopkins, yeah, I think Arizona's a pretty top offense. I think they're on the verge.
Jacksonville, Washington, Minnesota. I would say Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And then Detroit. You ain't gonna catch me putting Detroit in the top. They get good fantasy, whatever. But if you watch them in a real game, they look fucking terrible.
The only reason they're good for fantasy is because they're a top 10 offensive production with
they're
bottom
down
32
15
defense.
points. They're down
Exactly.
15
So they
points
got
in the
pass
third
every time.
quarter. Yeah. But that was Philly's schedule so far in their defense. Like, I don't know if they've played Dallas, but it was a Dakless Dallas, and as I was kind of on the Cooper Rush train, I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely said we should keep him playing at some point, but Dak just looks way different.
Dak looks great. Dak looks fantastic.
It's a different element to the offense when he's running.
I think that was good for Dak. The whole Cooper Rush hype. Like, you get someone in there who runs your offense and just doesn't fuck up, basically.
I think it was good for the whole offense because it also we run the ball. I mean, I'm always cheering for Pollard a little more than just a normal Cowboy fan, but even when Zeke runs, like, we're getting 4 or 5 yards of carry. So
he looks good for as bad as he looked the past 2 years. He looks good this
year. They each get 15 carries a game, and Zeke scores 2 touchdowns, but Pollard has a 60-yard run and 3 catches. I think the Cowboys are at their best when that happens.
Yeah. I mean, someone put it
now that CD Lamb's playing really well too. He's been falling out the last couple weeks. Yeah, CD's been looking like a top pick.
Jake, I wanted him from you so bad.
I was like, he's sticking around that top 10 with no offense really at all being run. I knew that his upside was so high. But
he gets hype. They are actually hyper targeting that dude. Like, I thought Gallup would be pretty good.
They are. They're feeding him. And I remember, I thought he was super talented the last few years too, but he just had drops and he had stupid plays. But this year he ain't dropping nothing. He's winning one-on-ones.
Yeah, he looks good.
He looks like a receiver one. He looks as good as Jefferson, all those guys when they just one-on-one with somebody.
I would love to draft another top wide receiver. I like the young athletic. You know, they ain't got no age to them.
It seems like you used to. Receivers didn't really contribute to a team early on, but now you better be.
Now it's like one of the biggest offensive moves you can do.
You better 800 yards.
Even Drake London this year on a terrible Falcons team. I look at him and I'm like, they don't ever throw the ball, but he's always putting up decent numbers. You know what I mean?
The
He's
second
there.
I'm playing Lang, and he's got the Watson rookie, Christian Watson.
Yeah,
I'm scared
Watson.
to death of this dude. He catches 2 touchdowns.
Also, he's also got Olave. Olave's looked good too recently. That's not like a cakewalk.
Dude, Olave's crazy good. I like a lot of the players on Lang's team. I just feel bad for how it's kind of gone. I mean, he's lost 3 high-scoring close weeks.
Yeah.
I'm interested how all those second-year receivers get drafted next year.
Yeah.
London, Garrett Wilson, Olave, Jameis, the Detroit dude. The best one hadn't even played yet, supposedly.
Yeah. Well, he's going to come back soon. And that's the thing is Amon-Ra got so good because they finally got someone across from him. Like just DJ Chark being faster than everyone else on the field pulled a safety off of Amon-Ra. Pretty much every other play.
Amon-Ra is
pretty big.
Very Cooper Kupp. He's like the good value Cooper Kupp. Just the slot, scheming motions, and getting in the ball.
12 targets, 10 targets.
Yeah, he's got a worse quarterback.
70
and
yards.
Less talented, but it's just a great
He talks. Have you seen like his interviews? He talks a lot.
I watched Hard Knocks when they did all the shit about him, but it's an entertaining family with his brother, the receiver,
Aquinius or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're both pretty good.
Yeah, it's
so
like Equiminius.
I'm looking at the AFC seeds, and you got the Chiefs, Dolphins, Titans to start it off. Then the Ravens, Bills, Bengals, Jets. First 3 out are the Patriots, Chargers, and Colts.
I could see the Chargers making a run, but
yeah, that's the only team I think could make a run.
Patriots or the Colts making the playoffs.
I don't know. I think Patriots could snag a spot if the Jets kind of fall off.
I don't know, man. They look good with Mike White. Mike White is so much better.
They haven't had quarterback performance all year, and they're still winning games. If they can get anybody to play.
That was a dominant win. That was actually a dominant win.
Oh, dude, he kept throwing Garrett Wilson the ball, and I was losing my mind. I was like, he started Garrett fucking Wilson? Are you kidding me? I was losing it. You can ask Jake. I was sitting there. He's like, got another fucking touchdown. I'm like, God damn it.
I felt like Garrett Wilson had 25 in the first quarter and then never caught another pass.
No, because they didn't need him. That dude could have smoked him, but they didn't want to do a big statement thing. They wanted to win the game like Solid wants to, but I don't know. I think Wilson's going to be crazy good next year, especially if they have Mike White.
I think literally all of them are going to be good because I guarantee whoever's in Atlanta, it ain't going to be Mariota. It's going to be someone that can actually throw a football.
Honestly, I don't get why they might as well just throw in that Ritter guy at this point.
Like, I don't find out. If not, you can draft.
Yeah, like just
one.
Yeah, like you need to
They're
know.
in the hunt. They're in the hunt. They're 9th.
Yeah, will Trey Lance ever play?
Yeah, he's got to. They're not going to sign.
Do you trade Trey Lance if you're the Niners?
I feel like
it depends on how Jimmy finishes the year, honestly.
You know what he's going to do. He's not going to win a Super Bowl, dude. They
give him like 2 or 3 though with Trey Lance. They have to let him try.
Yeah, Garoppolo. I don't think if the 49ers go with him deep into the playoffs, I don't think he wins the Super Bowl. I just don't think he's a Super Bowl quarterback.
Yeah, they're like the Dallas Mavericks. They're just going to make it to like 1 round deep every year.
Yeah, they made the Western Conference Finals last year, man.
Yeah.
No, they looked great. They just
same as 49ers.
I don't know, man. I just can't believe the NFC South. Their playoff seed is under 500. They're 5-6.
Who is that? Who's winning
That's
the division?
The Buccaneers.
Oh yeah, I saw something that said Tom Brady's gonna end up this shitty ass season. He's gonna be hosting a playoff game. How stupid is that?
Yeah.
Well, and then he's gonna win that playoff game because he's gonna be playing against some dog shit quarterback like
the Patriots or something, right?
No,
Seattle. He'll be playing Geno.
But isn't he the 4th seed? Wouldn't he play us as the 5th seed?
Yeah, assuming it all works out like that. Yeah, it'll be 2 versus 7, 3, 6, 4, 5.
Yeah. So we would play them. I think we'd stop.
Fine with me. I feel like best case scenario is playing Tampa or Seattle. I don't really want to play the Eagles, and I don't really want to play Minnesota again.
Yeah,
I would play.
Even
I'd
though
play
we beat them
Minnesota.
40-3.
Giants.
Yeah, if the Giants, man, I don't think the Giants are going to make the playoffs. I'm going to be
Dude.
honest. Giants are so overrated.
Our entire division is in the playoffs right now.
That's
As of this
disgusting.
week. That's
actually
crazy.
That's
That's
I wonder if
crazy.
has that ever even happened before?
It almost happened last year with.
I just feel like there's no way the odds because you play you have to get losses within the
No,
division.
you have to win every
non-divisional game, pretty much.
divisional game. Which you have to
Wait, so what are y'all's Super Bowl picks? What teams are making the
Ooh.
Super Bowl?
I think there's an S tier of Cowboys, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs right now. I don't think anyone else is in that tier, and I think all four of those teams are in Super Bowl mode.
Okay, what are your two teams that are on the outside of that tier?
I mean, I'm putting a couple in, like the Bengals. I think will be in that tier.
I've got one more team that I think goes in that.
I think the
tier.
49ers will be in that tier. I think the
Absolutely.
Vikings are kind of in that tier.
I think the Ravens are in that tier.
Yeah,
I
mean,
the
you don't
Ravens
want to play Lamar in a one-game series in the playoffs.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Have
not
180
with that
on your
defense
head.
either.
Yeah.
I think the Dolphins could be too, man.
Yeah, I
Dolphins
still
are crazy.
don't. I still think the Dolphins' defense is ass. Like they're good.
They
at fantasy
can put
because
up
played
some
the Texans.
points.
They played the Texans last week, but other than that, they've done nothing.
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering how the Dolphins' success is going to make it to the playoffs, because when you get these first younger coaches like Sirianni or
They get
whatever
figured out.
whatever his name is, yeah, they get like basically figured out, like you said, by the first week of playoffs, and it all goes to real quick, you know. So I mean, maybe with Tua and Tyreek and Waddle, you just have pure skill, but I feel like it's kind of what happens to the Chiefs before they had Patrick Mahomes, where they had this crazy scheme, but then people would kind of figure it out towards the
Which
end
I
of the
could
year.
see. I could see. Yeah, Tua. He's not probably there yet. I could see him having a bad game, but then next year, like it's just kind of the development, and then all of a sudden you're Burrow in the Super Bowl in year 3 or 4, whatever he's in. That's just how it works. But
I don't think the Bengals are that far off from the AFC Championship.
Bengals are going to be in the playoffs, and then you're not going to want to play them.
They have so much offense, and Burrow is cold. He's
absolutely.
I think he's a QB advantage over every team but 2 this year.
Yeah,
Mahomes
there's
and
like five franchise-altering quarterbacks in the NFL right now, or so.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
He's on fire, dude. I was watching that Tennessee game. That was the only game I was watching because we had basically opposite sides of the ball, and I was like, "Damn, he looks good." Like,
He slings it too. He throws a lot of passes.
And
they like the games where they need to run the ball, they can't. Mixon goes off all the time too.
A lot of skill on that team.
No defense though, just like the Dolphins.
Well, they're figuring it out.
I think their defense is better than the Dolphins.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, I think only team in the AFC or 2 that I think could make a push. I think Patriots and Chargers. I don't think the Patriots make it. Chargers might steal it from the Jets or someone. But I think pretty much AFC, who's in there is in there right now. Maybe one more team. Then you look at the NFC. Right now we got our whole division in. I think the Seahawks get in.
NFC's wide open.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks get in. I think the Falcons honestly make a push.
And
I don't think the Packers
fact
and Cardinals
that both
really
those
can.
teams are in the conversation is hilarious.
Well, the Seahawks aren't bad. I don't think
If the Cowboys get either of those teams in the first round of the playoff, I'm going to rejoice.
Oh, yeah.
You get Geno
Cowboys
Smith in Dallas, there's no shot that he's beating. I don't believe in Geno.
He's good. He needs more time, but he's good.
It's fucking Geno.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win you a crazy game though. He can game manage and make good plays throughout the course of the season, but he's not like in one game, one shot.
Yeah,
Death race pointed at Earth. Give me Iguodala. Jesse said, "Give me Geno Smith."
It's really easy
Geno
until
Smith.
Micah Parsons is 7 yards away, just staring at you like this, just waiting.
It's
like,
not.
he'll-
It's not just Geno though. It's Tyler Lockett and his insane separation. That dude.
Yeah, but
I've
Micah Parsons
never-
is on your ass. You don't have time to run a route.
They don't have an offensive line, so you're not wrong. But yeah, I would take the Cowboys absolutely against pretty much every team in the NFL right now, minus the Chiefs and the Eagles. And I still think that the Cowboys win. I just don't really want to put money on it. You know.
You'd want us to play the Bills right now, and you think we beat them?
Hell yeah. I think Josh Allen looks like shit right now.
I definitely do not want to play the Chiefs right now.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs
always
look
look
crazy.
good.
No crazy. I think Tennessee could cause a problem if they establish a run, just because of how sporadic their play calls are.
Like you said, you can't really take San Fran lightly.
No, I don't like. I don't want to play them at all. Like at all. Like that, if that's the team that we get matched up in the first round, I'm gonna be real nervous.
Yeah, beat us last year. Like good coach.
Mm-hmm.
And I
It's
don't know if
crazy
there's a worse
offensive
skill
production.
group.
Crazy skill, just skill.
I don't know
everywhere.
if there's a better skill group in the NFL.
You could.
Ayuk Debo's a little different one too, but they're both so good.
They've both
Yeah,
been so
and
good
then
this
you got
year.
Kittle. Then you got
Everyone says
Kittle,
Kittle's the
CMC.
best, like true tight end in the game. Like Kelsey's better receiving, so he's better fantasy, but they say Kittle's better at everything else. And then McCaffrey is probably the best all around the game too. So it's that team's crazy.
I mean, I think your argument for best overall skill position, you could make an argument for the Bengals beating them out at receiver and then matching them at running back. And then maybe the Dolphins. I don't know if you really like Jeff Wilson that much, but I think that's
not
it
that
as far as
much.
skill groups go.
San Fran wouldn't have traded him if he was that good.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like if you're gonna do it, you got to have one of the best tight ends in the game. Like it makes that big of a difference. So maybe like Kelsey, Andrews.
Except Andrews is the only talented skill position player on that
neither
team.
one of those teams really have
Yeah,
talented skill
don't really
positions
have
at
a
all.
lot. I mean, who is it? DeMarcus Robinson is wide receiver 1 for them right now. Dude's like 34.
I did have Hayden Hurst for a while on my team, but the drop off from Kittle to Hayden Hurst is there.
You
No,
should have
yeah,
kept
it's been-
Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, you should have kept. I can't
I
believe you
would've
dropped him.
won.
I wanted him.
I can't wait every year to just see who buys into the Pitts trap. Because I
I'm
did
buying
last year.
next year.
Now
I'm
Jake
going
has bought
all in.
into it.
Bro,
Bro, it's so
I-
disappointing. At
That
least
was
you know you're
one-
going to get more points at tight end now that he's at hurt.
I got 0 last week, bro. 0.
Dude, he
Not even a target.
he is such a polarizing player because his skill is you cannot question it.
I probably
But
watch
the
a lot
fact that
more
they run the
Falcons
ball
games.
40 times a game.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Falcons games because of him, and I'm not even joking. Mariota misses him on a 60-yard touchdown every single week, and you're like, "What?" Like it's the most frustrating thing, but whatever.
I had this discussion with the coworker, and we were having an argument, basically, or a polite disagreement about how good Pitts would be with Mariota. And they said, "Hey, Delaney Walker was pretty good with him." And I'm like, "Okay, well, Delaney Walker's a tight end. Kyle Pitts is a wide receiver that you can put in the tight end slot.
He doesn't even
There was no
block.
good wide receivers with Mariota. That doesn't connect, you know.
Yeah.
I want him to be good. I really do.
Yeah.
It don't matter. I got big Conklin in the lineup this week. We're getting on the jet hype.
I started him 1 week and he got me like nothing.
Yep. I told him on Twitter DMs that I got him. He said look for 25.
Ooh.
So
Mike
Is that
White.
PPR?
yeah, he said him and Mike been really scheming and
They've been having breakfast together like Cup and
Yes.
Stafford.
Yes, very
That's
similar
what you
to
need
Cup
to do.
Stafford.
That's what you need to do, really. Well, I think that's about as long as we can put on a podcast, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
people reasonably get to the end of
Everyone's
it.
gone. There's not a single person.
There's no
still
way.
watching
There's no
this.
way. Basically,
This
the
is for our
views
joy.
Went from like 20 to like.
Here, what can we say? What can we say? All right, if you're still watching, fellas, put a Put a pickup line in the chat, in the
Ooh, I like
group
that.
chat, in the group
Yeah.
chat. Just
Bonus
say
points
everyone else will
for-
be real confused, but
Yeah, we'll vote on them too.
Yeah, bonus points for an alligator themed pickup line.
Yes, not crocodile. Not
Nope,
crocodile.
we don't like the crocodiles.
All right,
Yeah.
fellas.
This has been
Somebody
good.
sign
This
us
was
off.
nice.
The inaugural 3, they call us.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Well,
I ain't doing no commission note either. So, Jacob, congrats on high score. Good luck to everybody except who am I playing? Lang. Fuck Lang. He beat me in the championship last year. Fuck that dude. Yeah, this is the commission note.
Good. That was nice. I'll transcribe that. Just put that in.
Do you put the captions on all these videos for
No,
the deaf community?
No, but I do say that this video is for kids.
Good, because that's perfect.
So it puts it on YouTube Kids.
And to bleep a couple of Jacobs fucks out.
No, I think Nikki, good luck. I think you'll steal one from me, but I'm going to give you a run for your money. So we'll see what happens. Dean, I hope you lose. Oh no, Dean, I hope you win.
No.
Siraj, I hope you lose. And that's pretty much as I'm willing to talk about so far.
All right.
Alfred?
I hope everyone has fun. That's really all I want. Last 2 weeks, guys. Let's have a good time. Hey,
Cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
See you, boys.
Cheers, boys. Adios.
Peace.